to The Contenders. I'm your host, Baek Eun-young. Today was the long-awaited opening of the 2002 World Cup, and if you watched the opening ceremony, you would have noticed the wonder of beauty and nature that is Korea. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, 32 teams will be having some very exciting matches in Korea and Japan, and hopefully tonight we'll be having some exciting matches on our stage as well. Let's welcome today's contenders. Thank you for joining us, Dolce and Crusade. Dolce, Anunju, and Park Ji-eun. I know that you guys are co-workers at MoFat. Actually, how did you come up with that name, Dolce, for your team?
Dolce means sweet and soft in Italian, so I like the sound of it and the meaning of it, so I chose it as our team name.
Okay, that's great. And what brought you here to the Contenders?
We are co-workers at work, as you said, and we have many things in common, so we would like to be more close taking this chance.
I see. And if you travel together and win the prize, then
Yes,
that'll bring you
sure.
closer. Okay, good luck to you. Now, your opponents today are the Crusade team, Park Jin-bum and Kang Yoon-jung. Are you guys a couple?
No, we're friends.
And what actually caused you to call yourself the Crusade?
Well, we are the members of CCC, and CCC stands for Campus Crusade for Christ, and we took the last word out of it, and then that's how we got the name of our team.
I see. Well, you know, since you guys aren't a couple, are you guys going to be traveling together if you guys win?
No, we decided to give our tickets to our parents.
Okay. Well, that would be a good deal of filial piety or hyo for your parents, right? Well, good luck to you guys, and let's begin the quiz. Now, in this section, I will be giving you 10 multiple choice questions. Each question is worth 10 points each, and I'll be giving you 5 seconds to answer each question. If you get a question wrong, then you have to stop there, and I'll be giving you the sum of points up to that point. Of course, if you get all 10 questions correct, then I'll be able to give you 50 bonus points. If you're unsure of the answer, then you can call out chance just once. That means I'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices and give you a better chance at answering correctly. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, and if you're ready, Dolce, please pick among the question sets Q, U, I, and Z.
We'll choose G.
Okay, question set Z. Question number 1. Of the following, which has a different use from the others? 1 glove, 2 hat, 3 cap, 4 beret.
Number 1 glove.
Number 1.
Question 2. Of the following, which is not a Korean broadcasting company? 1 Arirang TV, 2 MBC, 3 YTN, 4 CNN.
Number 4 CNN.
And Dolce, how are you finding the quiz so far?
Feeling pretty good.
Right? The questions aren't that hard, are they?
No.
Okay, and we go with question number 3. Of the following, which actor did not play James Bond? 1 Sean Connery, 2 Michael Caine, 3 Roger Moore, 4 Pierce Brosnan.
Number 2 Michael Caine.
Question number 4. Of the following, Mahatma, which refers to Indian national leader Gandhi, means what? 1 God in us, 2 Enlightened One, 3 Great Soul, 4 Pioneer. Remember, you can still use chance.
We'll use chance.
Okay, take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And please make your final decision.
We will take number 3.
Okay, final answer is?
Number 3.
Very good. Whose decision was it to use chance?
It was my decision to use chance.
And
she
are you
came
glad?
up with the right answer.
Oh, very good. You're glad you picked your partner for coming on
I'm
to
very
Contenders?
happy.
Okay, I will go with question 5. Of the following, which is a network point that acts as an entrance to another network? 1 handshake, 2 gateway, 3 Forteza, 4 network node manager.
Number 2 gateway.
Question 6. Of the following, which had human passengers on board? 1. Sputnik, 2. Voyager, 3. Pathfinder, 4. Mir.
Number 4, Mir.
Very good. And question number 7. Actually, they have the same names. One was a 16th to 17th century English philosopher, and the other was a 20th century English artist. Of the following, who are they? 1. Francis Bacon, 2. John Locke, 3. David Hockney, 4. Alexander Pope.
Number 1, Francis Bacon.
Very good. And you're already at question 7, and you already have 70 points. How do you feel about having it so far?
It's getting difficult.
Getting difficult,
Yes.
but you know, if you get all 10 right, then I get to give you 50 bonus points. So hang in there, okay?
Thank you.
Question number 8. Of the following, which ancient city is not paired with its current location? 1. Memphis, Egypt, 2. Carthage, Greece, 3. Troy, Turkey, 4. Herculaneum, Italy.
Number 2.
That's right. And of course, Carthage is in Tunisia. And we go with question 9. Of the following, which insect experiences incomplete metamorphosis? 1. Cricket, 2. Moth, 3. Bee, 4. Beetle.
I think it's P.
Dolce, final answer, please.
Number 3, B.
It was a good guess, and you had used up your chance. The actual answer is cricket. Okay, and with that, you end the section at 80 points. That's still very good. Congratulations. And Crusade team, now it's your turn. We have question sets Q, U, and I left for you. Which one would you like?
We'll go with you.
Okay, we'll go with question set U. Question number 1. Of the following, which is not a Korean singing group? 1. SES, 2. GOD, 3. JTL, 4. TRF.
The answer is number 4, TRF.
Very good, TRF. TRF is actually a Japanese singing group. And question number 2. Of the following, how many degrees does a right angle refer to? 1, 0, 2, 90, 3, 180, 4, 360.
The answer is number 2, 90.
Very good. And Crusade team, how are you finding the question so far?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's pretty easy, right?
Yeah, but still
And-
nervous.
A little nervous?
Yeah.
Well, you had time to relax while the Dolce team was going at their questions, right? Okay, you still haven't used your chance, and we're already at question number 3. Of the following, which is different from the others? 1. Google, 2. Alta Vista, 3. Yahoo, 4. StarCraft.
The answer is number 4, StarCraft.
Do either of you actually play the game?
No, I play Fortress.
Okay. Question number 4. In soccer, how many yellow cards are required before a player is removed from play? 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4.
The answer is number 2, 2.
Very good. And question number 5. 9 cars are following 1 car, and each car bumps into the car ahead of it. Of the following, how many bumpers will be hit? 1, 9, 2, 10, 3, 18, 4, 20. Remember, you can still use chance.
I'll use chance.
Okay, we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And please make your final decision, Crusade.
The answer is number 420.
You know, that was a good guess, but actually, when there are 10 cars in a row, the first car doesn't get their front bumper hit, and the last car, of course, doesn't get the back bumper hit either, so you get 18. Okay, that was a good try, and you end this section at 40, and you are behind, but we have a lot of points ahead for you, so you can still catch up, okay? So Crusade ends this section at 40, and Dolce is ahead at 80 points. Now, in the second part of this quiz, we'll give you 20 words in a given category. Of course, you've chosen that category beforehand, and we'll give you 100 seconds to go through the entire list, and each word is worth 10 points. Of course, as everybody's seen this quiz before, one of you gets to come up, explain the word without using the word or phrase to the other teammate, and the other teammate guesses. So if you are ready, then Dolce, please take your position. And Dolce, you picked movies in the 21st century.
Yes.
Why did you pick that category?
She likes the movie very much, and it looks a little easier, more easier than other categories.
Ah, I see. Did you put in any practice?
We try our best.
Okay, good luck to you.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes. I am.
Okay. Ready? Go.
Animation, Green Monster,
Shrek,
World War II, Hawaii,
Pearl Harbor,
Chinese movie, four words.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon,
Yes.
Pass,
Pass. Russell Crowe, Princeton.
Gladiator. Okay, A Beautiful Mind.
Nicole Kidman, Souls.
Huh?
Nicole Kidman.
The Others?
Souls, yes. Zhang Zhei, Kung Fu. Zhang Zhei.
Rush Hour
Yeah.
2.
Yes.
Rush Hour.
Insect animation, insect.
Spider-Man.
Parisian.
Amelie.
It's a same name of computer game, like a fight.
Okay, Tomb Raider. Lara
No.
Croft. Pass.
Pet. Korean movie, 신은경, fight.
My Wife is a Gangster.
Yes.
My Wife is a Gangster.
It's a Korean name. That's the
조금 만들어.
Julia Roberts, Casino.
Ocean's 11.
It's a Korean movie, 전지현. Also Korean name.
이걸?
엽기적인
okay.
name. Denzel Washington, Alphabet.
Thank you.
Tolkien?
네?
Tolkien.
That was a very good try at the game, and you ended the section not saying the Lord of the Rings. I think you were going to get to it, but we ran out of time. And I think we mixed you up there by giving you, we wanted the Chinese syllables or the Korean name for Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, which is Wahojangyo,
Yeah.
right? Okay, that was a very good attempt. Also, you passed on the Japanese game movie, Battle Royale. Yeah? Okay, very good. Dolce, you end the section at 190 points. Congratulations. And Crusade, if you're ready, please take your position. And Crusade, you picked the category television.
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
We thought it would be easier at first, but when we actually got the topic television, we didn't know what to study actually.
Oh, really? So did you study actually?
A little bit.
Oh, well, we hope that study pays off for you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Go.
They tape you with, starts with a C.
Camera.
A Japanese broadcasting starts with N.
NHK.
Chanel.
Cable. Channel.
Who tells you what's going on the news.
Announcer.
Starts with R.
Reporter.
This broadcasting starts with C.
Cable.
New non-stop. What is that called? It starts with S.
Pass.
Short drama.
Sitcom.
Yes. Rabbit ears.
Antenna.
Advertisement starts with C.
Commercial.
Yeah. It's a midnight show. D. Starts with
Drama.
D. American TV talk show starts with D. Pass. Who makes the show starts with P.
Producer.
Yes. Reporter tells what? I give you an example. Starts with N.
News.
They show you a game. R. Starts with R.
Good work, Crusade team. You did a good job of catching up, actually, but you ended without going on to rerun. That was the word she was trying to get to. And I think you passed on David Letterman. That was the midnight TV show, the talk show that she was referring to. And well, that was a good attempt. You end the section at 140 points. You are still behind, but in this next section, you still have a chance to catch up. Crusade, you end the section at 140 points, and Dolce, you are still ahead at 190 points. And now this is a very important section because whoever wins here will actually get to go on to face the Stella team. To help me in this section with the questions, I'll welcome Mr. Kim Jun-sung. Thank you, Jun-sung, for joining us.
Thank you.
What do you think of today's teams?
I think we have another game in hand today. And it's pretty close so far. And I found it quite frustrating because some of the Korean movie titles were actually Korean. I didn't think they expected that.
Yeah.
And they made a good comeback after a somewhat struggling first round. So I think we've got everything that hinges on this game right here.
That's right. This is a very important match. Can you give us our rules?
Okay, this next round is a round of 15 non-multiple choice questions, each worth 30 points. The first team that buzzes in can answer. If the team gets it wrong or cannot answer the question, then the question will go over to the other team. You have 5 seconds to answer, and if you can't get the answer, or both teams cannot answer the question, we will give you a spelling hint.
And of course, you have to wait until I call your team name, and you also have to buzz this round, okay? So we can credit you correctly. Okay, so if you all are ready, are you ready? Then Jun-sung, please give us question number 1.
Okay, question number 1. It's about a character. A theme park about this character is to be built in Romania. The model for Bram Stoker's
Dolce?
Dracula?
Wow, Dolce, how did you know about the theme park in
About
Sigasawara?
Romania, that thing. Romania?
Ah.
Dracula, Count Dracula is from Romania, I think.
And of course, she does work for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade, so maybe that had something to do with it. Apparently, they are building a theme park based on the character in Sigasawara of Romania. Okay, so we go on with question number 2 now.
Okay, question number 2 is about a city. Some citizens of this city are demonstrating to divide this city into 4 parts and make them independent. This is to create smaller cities and improve civil services. This is the second most populous city in the United States after New
Dolce.
York.
Los Angeles?
That's right. Of course, the most populous city is New York City, and second is Los Angeles, and they want to take it into 4 parts. Crusade, I want you to stay in the game. I know it's tough because she really buzzes in quickly, but get there before her and keep up with the game, okay? All right, so let's have question number 3.
Okay, question number 3 is about a tree. It is known that the pollen of this tree is the cause of many springtime allergies and eye diseases. However, the KFS, or Korea Forest Service, discovered 21 stumps of this tree that do not bloom flowers. Thanks to the KFS, this tree will be welcomed back on the streets. What is this slender, growing quick tree?
Dolce?
Willows?
Good try. The chance to answer goes over to you, Crusade team. I'll give you 5 seconds. Yes, Crusade?
Acacia?
Acacia is a good guess. Actually, this is a slender, quick-growing tree. And since you both actually got a wrong answer, I will give you a spelling hint. We'll look at the squares. Dolce, poplar. Yes, it's the poplar. I want to remind you that we do not penalize for wrong answers. The chance to answer just goes over to the other team. So place a guess if you want to try, okay? Let's have the next question.
Okay, this next question is about rock music. This group announced that they will be going on a world tour starting September 5th. Formed in 1962, this group had pioneered the gritty, hard-driving, blues-based rock and roll that came to define hard rock. Mick Jagger and Keith Richards remain at the core.
Rolling Stones.
That's right. It is the British rock group. And do you like the Rolling Stones?
Not really, no.
Not really. Is it ahead of your time, actually, the Rolling Stones? Yeah, you don't actually listen to their music much anymore. Anyway, okay, we'll go on with the next question.
Okay, next question is about brand. The 2002 edition of the Blank City Guide, which contains information about 33 European cities, was recently released. This brand is also the name of a trunk maker who worked in Paris since 1854. He built up his legend by creating luggages, handbags, and accessories. What is the name of this world's leading luxury product which fits into the blank?
Dolce.
Bellit.
Good attempt. Crusade, the chance to answer goes to you, and please make a guess in 5 seconds. Yes, Crusade?
Chanel?
Good try. It's in France, actually. But why don't we turn over the squares and give you a hint? Crusade.
Louis Vuitton?
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
What's the final answer?
Louis Vuitton?
Dolce?
Louis Vuitton.
Crusade, you actually had the answer, but you got mixed up with Benetton, I think, right? Yeah, well, that happens. Keep up with the guesses, though. Stay in the game. Okay, and we have a lot of questions. That means you still can catch up. So let's have the next question.
Yep, this is question number 6. It's about a title of a play. Chinese actress Lucy Liu, who starred in the hit film Charlie's Angels, says this work changed her life. During her senior year, she auditioned for a small part in this work and walked away with a lead. Encouraged by the experience, she decided to take the plunge into professional acting. What is the title of this children's classic in which a girl follows a rabbit?
Crusade.
Alice in the Wonderland?
Very good, Crusade. You're on the board again. And yes, it is Alice in Wonderland. Let's have the next question.
Okay, this next question is about a country. Recently, the Pontifical Military Corps in Vatican City is having a shortage of soldiers. The Guard recruits must be Roman Catholic men of this country's nationality.
Dolce?
Switzerland.
Apparently, the official founding of this group happened in 1506 when the Pope, Julius II, commissioned them. Okay, and we will have the next question.
Okay, this next question is about health. In a new study, effects of drinking this and plain water were compared in 50 individuals with arterial diseases. Endothelial dysfunction improved after drinking 4 cups of this a day, while water had no such effect. This is a drink made of dark-colored leaves that have been fermented.
Crusade.
Wine?
Okay, why don't we actually finish the question?
It's a drink made of dark-colored leaves that have been fermented before being dried. What is this?
Dolce.
Black tea.
Crusade, that was a good attempt to stay in the game, but you had to wait until we actually explained to you about the very dark-colored tea leaves, so it wasn't wine. Apparently, it does have similar effect, actually.
As green tea?
As black tea.
What a wine does?
Yeah.
Oh,
Of like helping to clear your arterial vessels. Okay, we'll go with the next question.
Okay. With the next question, it's about term. Recently, a U.S. security corporation, Merrill Lynch, was exposed to have persuaded investors to buy a certain stock while workers exchanged emails that indicated the stock was as good as trash. With such an incident, people are now criticizing Wall Street of being guilty of this. This is an idea that insurance makes people careless. What is it?
Dolce.
Moral hazard?
And of course, moral hazard is also the risk that insurance companies take when they take on clients because they can't know if their client is telling the truth. Let's have the next question.
Okay, this is a biology question. Recently, the FDA approved this medicine to be used in plastic surgery.
Dolce.
Botox?
Oh. Yep, and the full name of this chemical is apparently, or poison apparently, is botulinum toxin type A, but we always call it Botox. Okay, so we'll go with the next question. Crusade, we want you to keep in the game, okay? All right. Next question, please.
Okay, with the next question, it's about domain. The following was announced by the European Parliament and Council in March. This is in quotes. The establishment of .blank TLD or top-level domain will contribute to the promotion of the European Union's image on global information networks and give added value to the internet naming system by complementing the country code top-level domains, end quote. What is a top-level domain that fits into the blank?
Dolce.
EU?
Crusade, you knew the answer, but you didn't buzz in on time, right? Yeah. Okay, we'll have the next question now.
Okay, this is a question about soccer. Recently, this person held a star-studded World Cup garden party to bid farewell to the English football team. About 400 guests were invited to the Oriental-themed party. The host of this party is the English team captain, who...
Dolce.
David Beckham.
So we'll have question number 13, please.
Okay, next question is about a scientist. The FBI spied on this scientist until his death in 1955 because of suspicions of his working as a Russian spy in Berlin. This is indicated in Fred Jerome's The Blank File, J. Edgar Hoover's Secret War Against the World's Most Famous Scientist. Long title for a book. What is the name of the scientist well known for his theory of relativity?
Dolce.
Albert Einstein?
Dolce, was that a pure guess?
No. The theory of relativity that
Gave it away.
You know, good old Alberto, man. Everybody knows him.
That's right. Let's have the next question now.
Okay. This next question is about an anagram. An anagram is a word that contains all the letters of another word in a different order. I'm fine, miss, is an anagram of this word. This is a movement committed to securing and defending equal rights for women. What is this word?
Dolce?
feminism.
Mix up the letters in I am fine, miss, and you get feminism. Yeah, I didn't know that before.
I didn't know that either. Yeah.
Very interesting fact. Okay, we'll have the next question, please.
Okay, the next question is about an aircraft. Igor I. Sikorsky designed the world's first true production of this. His single rotor design, a major breakthrough in this technology, remains a dominant configuration today. This can fly vertically or horizontally and can hover.
Dolce?
Helicopter?
And with that, Dolce, you closed this game on a very strong note. Crusade, it was a very good attempt, but Dolce actually will go on to the finals to face the Stella team. Congratulations, Dolce. Crusade, it was a tough round for you. Dolce proved to be very, very tough opponents. Well, you made a good effort. Do you have any last words for us as you go?
Well, they did really good, and throughout the show, just give your best.
Okay, thank you for sharing that, and thank you for being with us. I hope you had a good game. And Dolce team, you end up the winners with 610 points. How do you feel about having come out the strong winner to go against the Stella team?
we feel we are so lucky and we are very happy.
Very good.
It's quite good.
So you did a very good job of picking a right partner, right?
Yes, I think so.
Yes. Congratulations. And with that, we close out with Dolce going to the finals to face the Stella team. And we'll be right back after this. Team, and let me welcome today's opponents, Stella team, going for their second win. Ji-sun and Park Jang-mi, thank you for joining us again. So this is your attempt at win number 2. So what did your friends say after they saw you on TV?
Well, they said I look a little more fatter than I am. So
well, the camera does add 10 pounds.
So we're gonna go on a diet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? You look cute anyway.
Thank you.
Do you have any new strategies as you go head-to-head with this very tough Dolce team?
We're just young and passionate, so we're gonna ease the power.
Oh, wow, what an impressive answer. And Dolce team, I'm sure you guys saw Stella team perform last time. What did you feel about your opponents?
They look very confident and they are a very strong team. So we will try our best.
Okay, good luck to both of you, and let me go into the quiz. So the rules of this final section are as follows. I'll give you 5 sets of questions, of 5 questions each, ranging from 10 to 50 points. And, well, what are today's categories?
All right, this week's categories are ballet, birds, road trip, classic books, and survival.
And of course, if you get the previous question correct, you get to pick the next question. And if you can't answer after you buzz in, then the chance to answer goes over to your opponents. We'll give you 2 chances to answer per question. And this section actually has no extra hints, so you have to listen very carefully to what we're saying, okay? So if we are all ready, I will pick the first category and first question. We'll go with birds, 10 points. Benjamin Franklin disapproved of making the bald eagle the national bird of the young United States. He considered the eagle to be of, quote, of bad moral character, prone to stealing the prey of others. He preferred this bird, which he considered a, quote, more respectable bird and a true original native of America, end quote. When the votes were counted, the bald eagle had edged it out by a beak. This bird is a regular on Thanksgiving menus today. What is this bird? Stella?
Turkey.
Very good. And with that, Stella, you're on a good note. What would you like to pick next?
Classic books for 10 points.
Classic books for 10 points. This is one of the most famous classic stories of Korea. A son of a magistrate falls in love with a beautiful girl. Dolce?
Chunhyang?
Chunhyang.
Yes, we were actually looking for Chunhyang-chan, the name of the book. Yes, and it is about a story of a son of a magistrate who falls in love with a beautiful girl, and he goes to Seoul, leaves her behind, and then, you know, she gets propositioned by somebody improper, but then she gets saved when he comes back. A really special magistrate who overpowers her, the guy who's trying to proposition her, of course.
Did you watch the movie? They made a movie on it too.
Yes, actually, I did watch the movie. And they've made many plays and animations based on this very classic Korean story. And Dolce, since you're on the board, you get to pick the next question.
Ballet for 50, please.
Ballet for 50 points.
Hello, my name is Julia Moon, and I am the General Director of Universal Ballet in Seoul, Korea. I will be giving you 5 questions today on the subject of ballet, and I wish you all the very best of luck. Tchaikovsky's ballet scores in particular contain many striking effects of orchestral coloration. In 1892, the first showing of this work took place in Russia. This is based on the book called Blank and the Mouse King, written by E.T.A. Hoffman. Strange things start to happen as Clara's gift is broken.
Dolce.
The Nutcracker.
Yes. And of course, the story is based around Christmas Eve, and it's a classic during Christmas time, right? Have you ever seen the Nutcracker?
No.
It's very fun. Okay, Dolce, wow, you're edging ahead as you pick these high number points. What would you like to have next?
Ballet for 40, please.
Ballet for 40.
An innovator and pioneer in expressive movement, this person was inspired by the drama of ancient Greece. She danced barefoot to music that was often not written for dance. Her costume, an adaptation of the Greek tunic, was complemented by several colored scarves draped around her shoulders. In 1927, she died when her scarf caught in the wheel of her car while she was motoring at Nice. Who is this American dancer?
Stella.
Isadora Duncan.
That's right. Stella, you're catching up quickly. What would you like to have next?
Road trip for 10 points.
Road trip for 10 points.
The Appian Way is a road of ancient Italy. One of the oldest and most celebrated highways, it was built in 312 BC.
Stella?
Autobahn.
We'll continue with the question, and the chance to answer goes over to the Dolce team.
Okay, it was built in 312 BC by Appius. The main route to Greece, the Appian Way, was more than 560 kilometers long. Parts of the route are still in use today. All roads lead to this city also originates from this fact.
Dolce?
Rome.
That's right. This road was built in 312 by Appius Claudius Casus, and the quote is, all roads lead to the city. Okay, very good, Dolce. What would you like to have next?
Ballet for 30, please.
Ballet for 30 points.
Because the steps were first named and codified in France, French is the international language of ballet. Some frequently seen positions include attitude, entrechat, and this. In this, the dancer stands on one leg with the other extended back, and both arms stretched out, usually one forward and the other backward. What is this position, which means in the Arabian style?
Stella?
Arabesque.
And with that, Stella, you're ahead 10 points. So far, this is a very close game. Very exciting for us. Stella, what would you like to have next?
Ballet for 20 points.
Ballet for 20 points.
The movie Le Roi Danse gives us another glimpse of the feudal life of this king. It shows us his obsession with dancing and how important music and dance was to him. He founded the Royal Ballet Academy and the first national ballet.
Dolce?
Louis XIV.
Apparently, the court ballet reached a peak in France during his reign, and he was known as the Sun King due to the fact that he played this role while he was in the ballet. And Dolce, again, you get to choose.
Classic books for 50, please.
Classic books for 50 points. Plato's works are part of the world's great literature. This was presented in the form of a series. Stella.
The Republic.
That was a very good guess, since The Republic is one of his outstanding works. I was going to mention that there was the myth of the cave in his Republic, where he talks about the ideal government, or the ideal government form. Okay, Stella, you get to choose again.
Road trip for 30 points.
Road trip for 30 points.
Okay, road trip for 30 points. In Korea, the highway system was newly numbered since May 1st, so that drivers may use the system more easily. The main routes are indicated in two-digit numbers. The ones that stretch north and south have 5 in their second digit, and those that stretch east and west have 0. Accordingly, the West Coast Freeway is 15, and the Southern Coast Highway is number 10. There is one exception. The Gyeongbusan Highway connecting Seoul and Busan was the first highway to
Stella?
be built.
1.
the first highway, Gyeongbusan, was to be built in Korea, and so it gets to keep its very important one, standing for the first. And Stella, you are edging ahead, but Dolce, since we have a lot of questions with lots of points on the board, you still have a chance to catch up. We want you to stay in the game, okay? Stella, you get to pick the next question.
Ballet for 10 points.
Ballet for 10 points.
In the early 20th century, Alexander Gorsky introduced a new dramatic realism to classical ballet. This company is internationally acclaimed for its superb ensemble skills.
Dolce?
Bolshoi.
Wow. The Dolce is one of the principal ballet companies in Russia. Do you know what the other one is?
Okay. No, I can't.
Kirov.
Kirov.
Yes. Okay, Dolce, you're on the board again. Very good. What would you like to have next?
Classic books for 20, please.
Classic books for 20 points. Nothing is known of this author as an individual, and in fact, it is a matter of controversy whether a single person can be said to have written the books attributed to this author. Dolce.
Homer.
Yes. This is proving such a tough game for us because we have to give you the hints after the question is answered. But let me explain that modern scholars usually agree that there was a poet named this who lived before 700 BC. And he is credited with having written the Iliad and the Odyssey, which are very important pieces. Okay, Dolce, you get to pick again.
Classic books for 30, please.
Okay, we go with classic books for 30 points. In the 16th century, the most immediate effect of humanism lay in the dissemination of the cultivated, clear, and sensible attitude of its classically educated adherents. Of these writers, Sir Thomas More is one of the most... Stella.
Utopia.
That's right. And the word utopia actually means a place that does not exist.
I thought it meant paradise, but it actually means non-existent place.
Yes,
I
it's
had
what we
no
call
idea.
paradise. What
It's a
we'd like
very,
to call paradise.
it's actually very cynical, isn't it? I mean, it's sort of,
yeah.
utopia is usually mentioned as paradise, and they just decided to use a word that meant non-existent place, as if paradise doesn't exist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very interesting,
Yeah.
right? Okay, Stella, you're ahead again at 190, and you get to choose again.
Birds for 20 points.
We go with birds for 20 points. Navajo Indians regard this bird as the herald of the rising sun. The idea of, quote, this bird of happiness, end quote, originated with a Belgian playwright, Maurice Maeterlinck. In his play, a brother and sister search around the world to find this bird which was said to bring happiness. But they come back home in sorrow without having found it. When they enter the house, though, they find this bird singing. What is the title of this play? Dolce.
Bluebird.
Yes. It is the bluebird, and you are on your way back to catching up. Dolce, you get to pick again.
Birds for 30, please.
Birds for 30 points. Minerva, the Roman goddess of wisdom, was associated. Stella?
Owl.
Yes, this is the symbolic bird of Minerva, or Athena, the owl for wisdom. Okay, Stella, again, you get to choose.
Birds for 50 points.
Birds for 50 points. The wandering of this bird, made famous by Coleridge's Rime of the Ancient Mariner, has a wingspread of Dolce.
Albatross.
Say the answer. Okay.
That's right. Apparently, the wing of the albatross is only 22 centimeters wide, but the wingspan is 300 to 336 centimeters, very, very wide in expanse. And it allows it to actually glide and fly very well. Okay, Dolce, you're again catching up. You get to pick.
We'll finish the category.
Okay, we'll go with birds for 40 points. This bird feeds on nectar and tiny insects found within flowers and hovers in front of the flower as it reaches for the food with its long, extensible tongue. Dolce?
Hummingbee.
Stella?
Hummingbird.
Dolce, you had the answer, but I think you made a mistake because you were so nervous.
And that question could have put them in the lead by about 10 points if they got it right.
Well,
This is a very good game that we have.
Yeah, it's very close, so you can still catch up, okay? Stella, you get to choose again.
Survival for 10 points.
Survival for 10 points.
Okay, survival for 10 points. The true story of Alexander Selkirk's 5-year stay on the uninhabited island of Juan Fernandez was a model for this person's story. In 1719, Daniel Defoe published his famous
Dolce.
Robinson Crusoe?
That's right. And the actual full title is Life and Strange Surprising Adventures of Robinson Crusoe. Okay, and Dolce, you're on the board again. What would you like to choose?
Road trip for 50, please.
Road trip for 50 points.
Okay, for 50 points. In this age of ever more complex road systems and increasingly heavy traffic, it is not always easy to stay on course. Road maps are all but obsolete.
Dolce.
Global positioning system?
Good guess. Stella, it's your chance to answer, and we'll finish the question.
This will help you in knowing exactly where you are and where you are heading. This operates by global positioning system to show you the way. But be careful. The number of accidents due to carelessness from using this during driving has been increasing. What is this?
Stella, 5 seconds.
내비게이터냐?
Stella.
Road navigator?
Dolce.
Are you sure? Navigator?
Stella, we gave you 5 seconds, and after you buzzed in, you still had more time, so we had to end.
The answer was given, and then the buzzer came on that it was wrong. And then, just as when the buzzer came on, that's when you said navigator.
Stella, you did have the answer, but you ran out of time. Okay, Dolce, you get to pick the next question.
Survival for 20, please.
Survival for 20 points.
Okay, survival for 20 points. This was launched on April 11, 1970, as a third planned lunar landing mission. 2 days after launch, the astronauts faced a dangerous situation when an oxygen tank in the command and service module exploded. But they were
Dolce.
unable to.
Apollo 13.
Very good, Dolce, and now you've edged ahead. What would you like to have next?
Survival for 30, please.
Survival for 30 points.
Okay, for 30 points. The CBS TV show Survivor is known as...
Dolce.
Reality show.
Good guess, but Stella, it's your chance to answer, and we'll finish the question.
All right, the TV show Survivor is known as the wildest show on television. The winner of the second show conducted in Australia was Tina Wesson. Australia is one of the world's flattest land masses. This interior, referred to as this, is predominantly a series of great plains or low plateaus. This is a sparsely inhabited or wilderness region of a country, especially of Australia. The life of the survivors were broadcasted under the title Survivor 2, the Australian blank. What is this?
5 seconds, Stella. Stella?
이네쿠네메?
Dolce?
Outback?
And Outback, of course, is a name of a famous steakhouse as well. I'm supposed to give you that hint. Okay. Dolce, you get to pick again.
Survival for 40, please.
Survival for 40 points.
Okay, for 40 points. The Journal of the Unfortunate Voyage of the Jot the Spruer is a title of a travel journal written by this person. In 1653, he became shipwrecked off the coast of Jeju Island on his way to Japan on a ship.
Dolce.
Hamel?
That's right. Henrik Hamel was shipwrecked on his way to Japan on Jeju Island. And he was on a ship that was made by the East India Company. And he was a Dutchman who wrote the first book about Korea in a European language. Okay, so
It seems
Stella,
like Dolce is putting a strong streak of correct answers in the last 2 or 3 questions. But
Yeah.
don't get discouraged. We still have 2 40-point questions and 1 50-point question, so it can go either way.
that's right.
Yeah.
Stella, we want you to stay in the game, okay? All right, Dolce, you get to pick
Survival
again.
for 50, please.
Survival for 50 points.
The summer temperatures in this, one of the hottest regions known, exceed 52 degrees and rarely fall below 21 degrees. Much of this region is below sea level and near bad water. At 86...
Stella?
Netherlands.
Good guess, but Dolce, it's your chance to answer and we'll finish the question.
At 86 meters below sea level, it is the lowest point in the Western Hemisphere. This was given its name by one of 18 survivors of a party of 30 attempting in 1849 to find a shortcut to the California gold fields. What is the name?
The
Dolce.
Death Valley.
Very good. That is correct. This arid desert region is called Death Valley. Again, Stella, we want you to stay in the game. And Dolce, you get to choose again.
Classic books for 40, please.
Classic books for 40 points. This novelist's name did not appear on any of its title pages, and although her own friends knew of her authorship, she received little public recognition in her lifetime. Her novels are comedies of manners that depict the self-contained world of Dolce.
Jane Austen.
Yeah. You weren't sure about your guess, but yes, Jane Austen did write Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, Mansfield Park, and Emma, and all of these books have been made into movies, more than once actually, some of them. And again, Stella, stay in the game. And we go with Dolce, you get to pick again.
Road trip for 20, please.
Road trip for 20 points.
Okay, the myth is that if you want to have a speedy trip, you should travel on one of these roads. However, the reality is a little different. The myth of no speed limits is countered by signs suggesting a recommended speed.
Dolce?
Autobahn.
That's correct. People are given the idea that you can drive as fast as you want, but there are suggestions on the side of the road that say 130 kilometers per hour.
Is it a suggestion that's enforced by law, or is it?
No, it's not enforced by law, but if everybody's going 130 miles per hour and you're the only one who's going really fast, it means you're going to die and kill someone else, right? Okay. Okay, and so we close out our board with our last question. We'll go with road trip for 40 points.
Okay, last question for road trip for 40 points. Do you always have a guidebook when you leave for a trip? If you're traveling through France, a red guide published by this company may be of much help. This guide was published since 1900 and it is a catalog of more than 10,000 places to eat and sleep around France. The company has a proud history.
Michelin.
And of course, the symbol of this company's name is?
Is that fat dude with tires around his body?
Right.
Bibendum.
Right, Bibendum. Okay. And with that, you close very strongly, Dolce. Stella, you gave a good effort. I think you stumbled a little after the incident with the points going over to your opponents. But time did run out, and we're sorry about that, but those are the rules. Stella, good effort anyway. You end this section with 260 points. Dolce team, you're actually pulled in a great deal of points in the latter half of the game, and you ended up the winners at 490. Congratulations.
Various prizes are awaiting our winning contenders. Your first win will take you on a trip to Jeju Island. Your second win to Japan. Your third win will take you to China. And on your fourth win, you'll win a trip to Southeast Asia. On your fifth win, a trip to Hawaii. Your sixth win, a trip to the United States. And on your seventh win, you'll take the grand prize of a tour of Europe. We hope many of you join us.
Now, Stella team, well, you didn't quite come through in your attempt at win number 2, but you did win our last game, and that means you still are going to Jeju Island. So, well, do you have any words for us as you go?
We had a great experience, even though we need to, be patient and admit the result.
Well, congratulations on your trip to Jeju Island. And Dolce team, you actually came out on top, and that means you will be going to Jeju Island as well. So how do you feel?
Oh, we are exhilarated, happy, excited. We are really happy.
Congratulations again. So have your goals been set any higher due to this win?
Yes, a little bit higher.
So how far do you want to go?
We'd be really happy to win a trip to Europe.
Okay, well, congratulations again, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
So that was a very exciting game for us. We had a new winner, Dolce, and they'll be back next time to try for their win number 2. Anyways, if you have any questions or comments for us, please write us at contenders@idntv.com. See you next time. Bye-bye.